Good morning. Well, just so you don't think that I talk about coffee all the time, although I often do first thing in the morning, I also talk about dogs and all sorts of, all kinds of different things. But my main passion is talking about and engaging in healthy habits. And you may say, oh no, here she is on again about health. Well, you know what? 2021 is coming. And aren't we, I'm sure many of us, happy to see the end of 2020? Oh, and hoping for a better new year. But also, so many of us are thinking about our health because health has become uppermost in the minds of most people in the last 11 or so months, because of COVID and everything. And also because of the fact that being overweight or obese, of course, usually if you're overweight, it leads to gaining more weight, not to losing weight, unfortunately. So being obese is a risk factor for developing complications with COVID. Well, so here I am. Yes, I'm talking about health. And this is what I want to say. All right. A lot of people say, ooh, I'm going to join a gym. And you know how long that lasts. It usually doesn't last. But even if it does, the fact is that the amount of work you would have to do to lose a significant amount of weight is impossible to do. And how many people, like I used to go to the gym before the whole COVID thing, okay? And there were other people there who were overweight, who had been going to the gym for years and never losing weight. And I used to have that in my life too. I wasn't going to go into this, but here we are, may as well, okay? And as always, I say, if you don't like what you're hearing, well, turn me off, move on to something else. And by the way, I hope I'm facing in the right direction because I'm doing this horizontally and, so hopefully it'll be the right way when you look at it on Facebook. Well, anyway, okay. So when I turned 60, I found out that I was diabetic. I mean, this was like I was totally blindsided. Had no idea. I mean, how did this happen? Of course, I had been very overweight for years and years and years and years and eating just whatever I wanted to. Now, I also yo-yo dieted all the time. So I kind of had set myself up for that. Plus, my maternal grandmother and my mother were borderline diabetics. And then when my grandmother got over a certain weight, I think she became a full-blown diabetic. Well, anyway, so, I sort of, with the lifestyle I was leading, kind of came by it honestly. So, of course, they gave me the American Diabetes Association diet, and they told me I needed to exercise. And with that diet and with exercise, I lost quite a bit of weight. And I got to a certain point, and no matter, I was exercising 4, 5, 6 days a week. I mean, really hard at the gym. And I was following this diet, and I just, was not losing any more weight. And I mean, I felt okay at the weight I was at. It was fine. It was a lot less than I was accustomed to being. And then, slowly following the diet kind of slid, as it does with diets, And anyhow, so fast forward a few years to when I was 66, okay? And here I am, I'm still diabetic. My weight started creeping up again. And I was introduced to this program, which is the one that I now coach people into. And I said, well, yeah, okay, I'll try it. And I figured I'll lose maybe 15 or 20 pounds, and then I'll be down to where I got down to on the American Diabetes Association diet, which I could not maintain, long term. And lo and behold, I lost so much more weight than what I ever expected I could. And through the process of losing it and the way in which I lost it was because I had the support of a personal health coach. I had the support of a community on Facebook, a like-minded community. I had education and weekly webinars that I would listen to that were so relevant to what I was experiencing. And I had a nutrition plan to follow. Because of all those four things, what happened is I learned to change the habits that got me overweight all those times in my life. Now, have I mastered it all? No. I mean, I started this when I was 66, all right? And I'm 69 now. I have like 66 years of of old habits to push out by developing new healthy habits. But that's what the program I coach does. And that's why I'm so passionate about it and I talk about it a lot. Because one, you only get issued one body, right? You only have one life. And it's so unfortunately easy in our society to not take good care of yourself. That's the easiest path there is because of, commercials and the way foods are made that are marketed to you so heavily. And most people, they don't know how to eat right. And they don't have good examples. They're not surrounded by people that are trying to be healthy. And also, a lot of people think that all they need to do is work out. And that is so untrue. Been proven scientifically time and again. Healthy weight is made 80% in the kitchen and only 20% in the gym. Okay? This is true. So, working out will help you lose a little bit of weight. And it'll help, tone things up. But if you have a lot of weight to lose, it's not going to be helpful over the long term. And also, some people think, oh, I'll go and have a, big steak dinner and a hot fudge sundae and stuff like this, and pie and a baked potato with butter and sour cream. And then I'll go, really hit the gym hard. It doesn't work that way. If you are feeding your body, fueling yourself with unhealthy foods on a regular basis, it's going to make your health get worse, deteriorate, just like it did with me, when I turned up to be diabetic after all those years of seeming to be fine. So, I'm passionate about the program that I followed that made such a change in my life and that I coach because I know that even if you're old, if you're still alive, it's not too late to make changes to improve your health. And for so many Americans, that often starts with taking off weight, doesn't it? And then what happens as you're taking the weight off, by not just having a pre-portioned amounts, controlled portions of good healthy food, and following a plan that's really simple so you don't have to figure out a lot of stuff, you're also learning healthy habits. You have the support of a community of people who are working for the same thing, who can encourage you, who can commiserate with you. Because getting healthier is not like, like this. It's more like, it's a crazy path. We're human. There are a lot of things we have to work through. So it really makes a difference to have support, doesn't it? I mean, in all things in life. Well, anyway, I'm kind of going on long here. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. But If you've been thinking about the new year and you're not sure what you're going to do, but you think, as is so popular every year, oh, I need to lose weight, I need to exercise, I need to get healthy. Get in touch with me and let's chat, because health is a lot more than what you weigh or whether or not you go to the gym. It involves everything in your life. And if you've gained weight, you don't need a diet, because a diet's going to help you lose it, but then what's going to happen? You're going to gain it again, right? And maybe more. The plan that I coach deals with what it was that caused you to put on the weight in the first place, so that you can deal with those sort of the root causes of your weight gain, your tendency to keep gaining, so that you basically can transform your life. And you do that one healthy habit at a time. So get in touch, and I'll talk with you later. God bless you.